Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Fields of Mistria Let's Play. Again, for anybody who has not watched the August update, my audio is going to be very crappy. My PC decided to take a nice little nosedive and fry itself. The motherboard is toast, so I can't actually use that. So for right now, I'll be recording, probably not streaming, just because that's too much of a dependency on my system, and I don't think I'd be able to run a game and stream. So I'll be recording mostly for right now for the YouTube channel portion of things. Again, audio is just going to be what it's going to be. I apologize if my voice is a little raspy right now. I actually have a little bit of a cold. So that's something, I guess. But, as per my August update, I'm really excited to play Fields of Mistria. This is a new series we're going to be doing, as you can see from the bottom corner. They have updated it since, but they did just release their 1.0 update for their official release of the game. I've been playing this for a very long time when they still had it in beta, so I'm very excited to see what they've added and what they've changed. I'll be using a tracker throughout this as well, so if you see me tab out to go look at my tracker, please don't be surprised. I have to have something to track what I'm doing, so I have a progress tracker on the side just to make sure I know what I'm looking at. But I also need to reset that tracker because it's from an old playthrough. So I need to reset that. That's the one thing about this tracker is well, it huh. Yeah, I don't really know how I'm going to we'll worry about that later. There's gotta be a reset button in here somewhere. Worst case, I'll just go through and unclick everything as we go. But yeah, so while I get that all pulled up so I can see what I'm doing on the side. Yeah, so this is Fields of Mystery. It's very similar to Stardew Valley and to like Coral Island or like My Time series, any of those type of games that you've played before. It's very similar. So I'm excited to see the new updates, especially since they've added more of the marriage candidate stuff. Previously it wasn't as in depth, so they've added that from my understanding is a deeper game system for that. And it's got a really nice story too, so I'm really excited. But we're gonna see how it's changed. I am genuinely looking forward to it. Sorry, it's just taking a second here for me to pull up my tracker. I swear I had it saved in bookmark. This is just goes to show for those of you who have been on my stream on Twitch or who have watched my previous episodes. I'm a bit of I won't say a dunce. I am forgetful though, which is the ultimate downside of all that is I'm just all types of forgetful, aren't I? But yeah, so this game's gonna follow you as a farmer, and you'll see some of it during the intro. You're being called to a town. They've offered you free land and house in return for, helping the town get back on its feet after some natural disasters. There's a storyline regarding like a mythical beast type thing, like type scenario. So there is a little bit of fantasy aspect to it, which is nice. But again, it's very Stardew Valley-esque or Coral Island or Harvest Moon, etc., in the sense that, it's got your typical mine, you know, it's got your typical farming aspects, it's all of that, which is it's good. That's exactly what we want. But it's very different in like I have to check. I don't remember 100% It's not like a community center aspect like how you would have with Stardew Valley with the community bundles or Coral Island with the altar bundles or any of that. It's very different in that sense. So it's going to be a bit different. It's got its own little classy take. It's also 2D pixel in case you can't already see that. Um, so it's going to be not necessarily super challenging, I wouldn't say, but it's gonna be different. Sorry, I'm just doing a refresh on my tracker so I can start it brand new. Nothing is it's all registered to an old save I have, so I want to make sure that I get it ready for this playthrough, and I just gotta reset the information on it, which shouldn't take too long here. Also, in addition to playing this, I'm in a Discord call. Some of my friends may end up joining. I have no idea. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. If they do, awesome. If they don't, awesome. I'm not opposed to having people there either way. But also, just in case anybody's wondering, this is not going to be like a PG stream. People swear. Like, a lot of my friends swear. I swear. So it's going to be by no means just, it's going to be a little rough. At least, that's what I would imagine if they join. I don't even know if they'll join, but we'll see. Okay, now with that, let's start a new game. Now that said, with cutscenes, I'm going to be quiet and let you read them if you so choose. And I'm just gonna let them show up and go through it. I'm not gonna read everything, that's just too much. So when the text line shows up, I'm just gonna let you have a few seconds to read it. Click to the next line. And if you want to read it, you can read it. Otherwise, kind of gonna be what it's gonna be, but I'm not gonna read the entire thing. That's just too much work. And my voice will give out before we get to the end of it. Okay, and we're back. Hopefully that wasn't too fast or too slow for you to read through. Now we get to customize. I have a bit of longer hair. Mm, Trying to think. Do I want to go my natural hair color, or do I just want to be fun? Part of me wants to be fun with it. I'll stick to my own eye color, though. A little too small. That's too big. I wish there was yeah, this is probably as close as I'm gonna get, huh? I have like a bluish green, but they don't really have like a blue green. Closest they're gonna have is this teal color. And I'm a pale person, so these ones right here will probably be fine. We'll do blue top and no, that looks not great. That's not it either. We'll do jeans. Blue is one of my favorite colors, so that works out. There we go. Birthday, huh? We'll go like right here. What do I want to name it? Crystalline. For some reason it's sticking in my head. And I think that looks good. Here we are. I like how it says capable adventurer, but in the end you're just a farmer. And here we are. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna, like, set up the farm. I typically try to have, like, a layout. I really wish there was some type of, like, layout thing. I'm sure there is somewhere, at least something where, like, an online thing where you can make a layout. I don't know. Oh boy. Yeah, while this is all playing, I don't know what my schedule's gonna be. I record episodes in bulk usually. So I'm thinking I'll probably do an episode every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Probably. And then I don't know. I think the episodes are gonna be 30-ish minutes. I don't know if there'll be very much editing to each of the episodes. It's gonna really depend on how much time I have. With the new job, that's it's gonna be interesting. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna try to do 2 to 3 episodes a week. I'm gonna try to post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But we'll see. Ow, I just hit my headset. But, that all said, I'll say yes please just so you guys can see what's going on if you ever play it. I already know everything that I will need here. Basically, the diary is your save point. Your bed is your bed. That's the one thing I do like about this game. It gives you a calendar right away. Okay. Now, my dilemma is who I'm going to pursue as a marriage candidate. There's just too many. That's always the downside for me, though, is I want to go after every marriage candidate, but I'm like, I only go after one marriage candidate per game save, so I'm like, if this is going to be my only Let's Play and my only playthrough of Fields of Mistria, who do I go for? Okay. Celine. She likes all the flowers. She is the resident flower person. As you can tell by what I just said, she's very much into flowers. And here comes the resident rancher, Hayden. It's like, for me, it's like he's such a good marriage candidate. He's like, if you're looking for like the older man type, like, it's a good choice. But, or there's too many choices, and I'm just like, gosh dang it. There we go. Pretty self-explanatory, but, you know. I forget who it is I get the axe from. No, it's the carpenter. Carpenter? I think it's the carpenter. Oh, come on. Okay, so let's quickly plant all of you. And let's go into town and see if we can't meet a few people. See if we can't collect some forageables as well. Because during the first season, you'll get a lot of berries. I always recommend the berries. They're a nice little snack to have when you go dungeon diving, or into the mines, I guess, is the best way to put it. And then anytime you're playing this game, let's see here. I forget what my inventory button is. Escape? Yeah. If there's a checkbox around it, that means it's something that's got to be donated to the museum. Which is kind of like the equivalent of the community center, I want to say, but it's not really. It's kind of 50-50. So I'll go meet all the people, but first things first, I'm going to collect what I can for forageables. And then these bumps in the ground. Oh yeah, I need a pickaxe. That I'll get from the blacksmith eventually. But yeah, I mean, no, I'm gonna save my money to buy stuff from the store. So I do want to plant more crops. And there's Adelaide. Or sorry, Adeline. I don't know where I said Adelaide. So I just want to check. Cool. Mm. That is the other feature I like, is that they have an NPC map type thing on here already. I do want to change my hair, because I'll be honest, it's not anything bad, it's just the back of my hair. No. Oh, that's the other thing I like, is you can change your stuff anytime you want. I don't know, just the back. It kind of looks weird. No. What about this one? That'll do. I like that. Okay. So let's see. I already have that. I'll get that from the quest. So I'll plant a daffodil. I would love to say I would get enough to get a cabbage seed. And I would like to get the saplings before the end of the season, but if I really want to do that, fishing is going to be my way to go. And I forget the inventory space is sparse, and I also forgot I need to talk to the people in this building. And as you can tell, Holt is the jokester of, like, the pun person in this game. Should be one more person, I imagine. She's right here. You also don't need to be, like, best friends with them to enter the rooms and, you know, get to meet them. So that's always nice, is that I don't have to wait for days and days and days to find someone just to meet them. So that was the general store. This is the inn. It's a little weird, because sometimes it doesn't let you click on the things you want to click. Okay, so there should be, what, one other person? No, there's no one else here. The next person should be at the stables. Okay. And then over here we have the rest. Oh, I wish I had the bug net, but I don't. And then you have little entomologist Luke over here. Queen Mabel, as she calls herself. She loves the royal family. And then there's Dell. And she believes she's part of the Dragon Guard. She believes in the, like, she wants to be a knight type of deal, I think it is. Hemlock, who's the other owner of the inn. I think that's everybody from down here. Which just leaves those up there. Museum and such. Hayden we've already met. I want to say that's Tabitha right there. Then you'll meet March, Ulrich, Reese, and his dad will be up there. Okay. Oh, it's a legendary It's a legendary thing, and I don't have a freaking net. No! That's unfortunate. That's so, that's so bummer. Oh, that's such a bummer. Because the moment I leave the area and go to a different area, he's gonna disappear. He's a legendary insect, too. Gosh, dang it. I never see one on day one, so it's... As you can tell, he's the tsundere, is the best way I know how to put it. March is the town tsundere. Like, he's... he's very cold. But on Fridays, when they have, like, the Friday night bar stuff and all that, he's very chill. And open. And clingy. I used to think that Valen was a boy. For some reason or other. Looks like a dude to me. She's not. Because then we have Juniper. She's, I think she's, like, supposed to be, like, a witch or a sorceress. At least that's what I think they were trying to make her character. Someone who dabbles in the arts or whatnot. So, I think... Oh, yeah, the dog. Where is he? Can't forget about Dozy. I love Dozy. Okay, that leaves 2 people to west and then 2 people in the east. We'll go see that one in a little bit, but for now, carpenter shop, we have Landon. One of them gives you the axe. I felt like it was supposed to be the carpenter shop. No, that's right. It's Island when we chopped down one of the trees, which I'm not gonna go too much into because that would spoil part of the story. Yeah, no, that's Island. I can't believe I was silly enough to forget about that. I'll grab that tulip later. My inventory's full. And then we have Elsie, I think it's the aunt of Island and Adeline. Oh yeah, she's, as you can't tell, she's the town gossip. So she'll give you some gossip stuff every now and then to tell you kind of gifts that are liked and all that. So she's someone I would recommend talking to, especially if you want to, like, go the old-fashioned way of learning what everybody's likes and dislikes are. Some people will use the wiki. There is a wiki. I'm not sure how up-to-date it is at this point, but there is one. So that's something. Okay, so I've met everyone over here. There's the 2 over there. Henrietta. I want to say it's Tabitha. an Arab, I want to say his name is. I can't remember the name of the museum keeper. I forget who it is who's supposed to give me the axe. Well, I know who gives me the axe, but the pickaxe. I want to say it's Ulrich? I want to say it's Ulrich. Tabitha went down towards the beach. Oh, another thing I'd recommend collecting, I'll pick them up later, is the watercress chestnuts, or whatever they call these. They are very good for cooking once you unlock cooking in your house. So I recommend keeping them. Here you are. Yep, Errol. I like how they say brand new, but the roof's in tatters. But as you can see, we'll have a lot of things to collect. But you do get rewards for each of them. But a matter of collecting them all is another story. But he'll give you, like, clothing outfits and all that as a reward, and you'll get money and chests full of, like, cooking recipes, among other things, so it's pretty nice. But I'm gonna just click on everything I see, because none of this really despawns. It kind of just hangs around. Which is like why I like to pick it automatically. That way it can grow back. Okay, and Tabitha, you went back down to the beach house, right? No, you did not. So Henrietta's there. She's not on the western ruins, so she's... Okay, she's fishing in town. Well, we can see Henrietta while we're here. Where is she? There she is. Henrietta the chicken. It's almost like you introduce yourself, and she's like, you know what, screw off. Yep, Hayden's prize chicken, quite literally. And of course, why am I stuck? Of course, you'll have that happen sometimes too. You'll legit get stuck. Let's dump some stuff off. Sort that out. Let's go meet Tabitha. If she's still where she should be. Yes, she's over there. It says she's like right over here. There she is. Because you have to buy the fishing rod. That's the one thing that's a little rough, is you actually have to buy the fishing rod. It's not something that you just get. Okay, so I need to find Adelaide again. She's gonna be in the manor. But yeah, so there's some good things about this game. Obviously, NPC map, stuff doesn't despawn. I mean, you can do a lot of this pretty simply. There's some downsides to it too, but Awesome, now I got potato seeds. I want to make sure because in the summer they get stuff to harvest, but it depends. I'm still kind of peeved that there was a legendary insect. And I just happen to be so unlucky that I have no insect net yet. I need a pickaxe too. But my recommendation for any first time players who come play this, if you so choose, on the first day, go get all the forageables you can. Just because that way they can grow back. Obviously, like, I can't get the lemons. The stairs here are broken. That's gonna take a little bit of time to fix. But there are other places you can go where you can kinda... Well, it's only lavender, and thankfully I have another place to get lavender, so I'm not worried. This is the archaeological dig site. It's a good place to go for dig spots. Depending on the area you're situated in, you can get different artifacts, but you won't know what you get until you open them. I'll show you what that means here. This is where the mines are as well. They're closed right now, but they'll open up later in the story. Get the water chestnuts. Oh, my house is Tabitha's house. I can't remember. No, I can't remember if she's the beach shack or not. I really wish I had the bug net, but I think I need money to buy the net. I think the net is one of those things that you've actually got to buy. Grab that lilac, and then we'll go over here. So we can grab the fiddlehead. And then we're going to go put all this stuff away. Because most of it is stuff that's going to be needed to be donated. So that'll be a thing. Sorry, I had to sneeze for a minute. Okay, let's put those all in there. Take you, and you. There we go. Now, this is again very typical of Stardew Valley. You want to be in bed by 2 a.m. or it will sap all of your stuff, your energy and such. So keep that in mind. Let's see, what do I get that I don't have to donate? You can be sold. No, no, no. I'll sell that just because it's money at this point. So one of you. I don't know if there's like a ship everything achievement, but there might be. So I'll sell, and like if I have multiples of an item, I'll sell one. But if they have a checkbox like next to where they have their money thing, that little house thing is basically saying it's a museum donatable item. So I'm gonna leave them there, so that way I can donate them. But that said, I'm gonna sell the rest of this. And then yeah, that concludes the first night of what we're doing. But that's also 40 minutes into this episode. So with that said, we're going to go to sleep. And that's going to call it as a wrap for episode 1 of the Fields of Mistria Let's Play series. Again, I'll try to get more episodes out as we go. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult with how my schedule and everything goes. And again, I apologize for the audio quality. It's not going to get any better. I'm going to try to see if I can't find a headset that might make it better, but I highly doubt it. That said, thank you all for tuning in. For anybody who does watch, I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the series, and I will see you all in the next one. And until then, oh, actually, we're gonna hold up because it's gonna level up our rank here first. The renown points we get will level up our reward system. So now that that is done, with that said, Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you on the next episode, and until then, ciao.